Hello, it's Rich Essence Talks, and welcome to another episode. Okay, so I'm going to be talking about pro black men and whether being pro black is good for black women or even more harmful. Okay, pro black is something that is defined by, you know what? Let's see. How do they define it? Pro black definition. Pro-Black is a lifestyle that encourages the economic growth and development of the Black people as a whole, with the purpose of increasing the wealth and population of Black people around the world, whether it be spending money with Black-owned businesses in your communities or online, promoting love for Black people and encouraging Black youth. It is its sole purpose to keep uplifting Black people in America to be proud and the same. Okay, let me tell you another definition is to be in high support of African American Black people, having a preference of Black people without bashing white people or those of other minorities. Yeah, okay, let me tell you the contradictory with those. Black men that are pro-Black, they don't like Black women. What pro-Black means for Black men is to gain white men's power. It's something they thought they can use to try to gain the same privilege and power white men have. Truth be told, they will never have white men's power, of course, because white men's privilege and power was set in stone long ago. Okay? Which is why a lot of Black women they are confused when they are on Twitter and they see a Black guy in his bio says pro-Black, but he calling Black women all kinds of monkeys and burnt coal or whatever. Oh my God, why do you hate Black women? I thought you was pro-Black. No, they're pro-Black men. They're not pro-Black for women. They don't want Black women to gain some kind of protection and any kind of privilege. They want it for themselves. I always said that feminism and pro-Black will not be a thing if white women and Black men have the same power as white men. They already did that. Though these movements would not be the same. Would be the same. These movements wouldn't even be a thing. I don't want to debate. These movies will not be a thing if white women and Black men have the same privilege as white men. Okay? Because it's clear that white women don't care about women of color. They say, we got to include Black women, but whenever Black women are like in danger and need support and help, where are the white women? Where are they? Where are they? They just like to use the term Black women to draw in support for themselves, but not for others. Black men only use pro-Blackness, of course, to try to gain any kind of power or privilege, okay? Because if they cared about Black women, then what is up with the majority of pro-Black men hating Black women? Why can't a Black woman be in an interrelationship like a Black man and still be pro-Black like a Black man? Why is there a double standard? Why are Black men so angry with Black women and pro-Black, air quotes? Okay? And then you have the good Black men, the ones who don't stand up and say anything, the ones who don't help these guys work on their masculinities because it's clear that these guys don't have any. They emulate masculinity because they never were raised with any. A woman can't teach you how to be a man. So if they're raised by a single mother, just by women, most likely they don't have any masculinity because they were not raised with any. That's why in our communities back then, having a sport coach or something was important because that sport coach always taught these boys how to be men. And that's why they were able to be raised as men without having to have like a father there, because they always had people in their own communities that were on them like that. Black men don't have that nowadays. They don't. Black people stopped investing in their own communities a long time ago. I don't think they ever invested in their communities. Now all Black people want to do is make SoundCloud mixtapes and everything and try to get famous for quick money and think that money and having a lot of women while being able to be disrespectful is some kind of status, when it just makes you look like a fool. A lot of rap music, a lot of music nowadays from women and men are really, really damaging to our community, and it shows. Conditioning is all about things that you watch, you see, you hear, whether let it be online, with music, in person, whatever. That's what conditioning is. And we have thought it normal to listen to a song that's like, I'm not going to have sex with my man. He's without him having to pay me, basically prostituting yourself out to your own partner. Like, oh, okay. And then men opening women's legs open, like open wide, okay, and while disrespecting women, and it seen as good. Black men look up to these kind of guys. Like Future, they look up to these kind of guys who don't even like to raise their kids like they're supposed to. But a man like Russell Wilson, they call corny, they make fun of all the time. Why do you think that is, honey? And you may listen to this and ask, what are some things we can do to change it? Honestly, it starts with inner healing. We have to work on ourselves. I am tired of people making online pleas of like, please, black people, this, that, and this. No. Because you can't change people. You can only change yourself. So if a lot of black people hear this message, get help. Okay? Work on yourself. Because every time black men don't work on themselves, they always blame black women. It is their go-to blame black women for their issues, their plight, all of it, instead of just working on themselves. A part of self-growth is to take accountability. That you're a grown behind man still blaming random women that you do not even know for your own issues. Okay? So it starts with inner growth. You have to work you have to work within yourself. And it's a daily fight every day. But if you're strong enough, you'll get it, honey. You don't want to pass this crap down to your children. But it seems that many of you don't care, considering y'all just be popping out babies. Marriage, no marriage, popping out babies. Sad. Y'all want to know what is damaging to our community? You saying white supremacy. White supremacy already did its thing. It don't need to do anything else. Okay? It's you. You are damaging to your community. Okay? Black women that are pro-black general, meaning they're pro-black for men and women, and for everybody in between or whatever, right? For biracials, everybody. That's not how men think, and because of that imbalance, it's a whole war. You got pro-black women mewling for these men, regardless of what they call them. They can call them burnt coal, and these pro-black, air quotes, pro-black women who mule for them will be like, oh, I'm sorry for disappointing you, daddy. Like, are you serious? Ridiculous. And pro-black men don't like black women. They don't. They made it clear a long time ago. You may ask, what make black men not like black women? What make black women not like black men? Let's be honest, actually, there's a small percentage of black women that don't like black men. Black women who work on themselves, who is in a divestment movement, they don't say that they hate black men. They just hold black men accountable. And black men say that, they translate that into black men hate. That because they hold black men accountable and they're not kissing black men's behinds, that equals hating black men. Okay? But whenever there's issues like these, you can only blame both sides. We got some work to do, you guys. Why isn't only black women working on themselves, on being more feminine and all, but black men don't got to change? Why? When black women work on being more feminine and they do work on their femininity, they always find masculine men. And guess who those masculine men tend to be? Non-black men, because the majority of black men are not true masculine men. They try to emulate masculinity, but they have no clue what masculinity really is in the first place. Okay? But yeah. These black men want the majority of black women to submit to them, but these men are not these women's husbands. They don't plan on marrying them. But yet, like with black women, you don't have to submit to anybody that's not your husband, okay? And submission basically is the recognition of male authority, male leadership. Okay, not to kiss somebody's behind. Okay, not to bow down and not have your own opinions and not have a backbone. Okay, these men they look at non-black men with their non-black wives and like, see, these non-black women can be submissive and feminine with their men. Why can't black women do that? Because you're not creating a space for black women to do that. You are not masculine. You're not. And the fact that you hop women's conversations and argue with women, okay, proves that you're not. So what makes you think that creates a space for feminine black women? It does not. It creates a space for you to get shown the heck out by us, though. Okay? So for solution-wise, we have to do the work within ourselves first. Invest in our communities, our rec centers, our Boys and Girl Club. Invest in that more. Put your money towards that. Stop putting your money towards this Black Lives Matter organization because they don't help black people. They don't. Okay, that's for political, so they can make political donations and vacation donations, honey, for themselves. It's not for black people. All right, they profit off of black plight. All right, just like many other things. So instead of donating to people's vacations, donate to your own rec center, your own Boys and Girls Club in your area. Donate to that stuff. And if you don't have that, work on starting that or having some people that can help you start it. Because those were detrimental things in our communities back then that help people, get better mentally, that help people move on in life. But now without those things, everyone likes to point fingers and hate on each other. I'm not sitting here saying that black women and black men should stop hating on each other because that's their business. Honestly, for me as a black woman myself, but the one that does not really care for people that I don't know, I would say that's your business. Whether you stop hating, that depends on you. What I want you to do though is go to therapy and work on yourself and feel that growth within yourself and think to yourself, do you still hate these people? Because if not, then that means that it stemmed from you. Okay, because how are you going to hate a group of people you don't know? Trust me, believe it or not, black women, you don't know black men. You don't know these guys. You're not your family. You don't know them. Okay, everybody is different. You don't know them. Stop treating them as if you know them. Like, that's my brother. No, they're not your brother. Okay, they're not. They're really not. You don't know them. They're so much of your brother, then how come they don't like you? Stop with that. I don't ever accept from other black people, brother and sister. I don't know you. So. It's really annoying. But anyways, that's it.